So we will see write the XPath based on this input type checkbox, and we'll see like how many checkboxes are there. Okay, so for this input, okay, and if I say at the rate type and checkbox, so you see here there are two checkboxes, right? So first what we need to do, we need to get into the sum like list. Okay, list is which can contain multiple elements. Okay, so later we'll discuss about list, but just for now, list can contain multiple elements. So we have to take this into list, and then uh, at 0 index, okay, this element will be there, and second element, first element will be in this list will be this one, first checkbox, and the second element in the list box will be in this checkbox. So let us see how we can implement this. Okay, so what I'm going to do, going to create another method, public, another test actually, select checkbox. Okay, and this one also I would say test, right? So first our job is to click on the link. Okay, when we navigate to this, we have to first click on this checkbox, and let me get the text. Yeah, we have to click here, link by text, right? Then we will navigate to that particular page. So driver dot find element by link text, okay, and dot click. So we clicked on the checkbox. When we navigate to here, what we have to do, I said we have to take into the list. So first let's see driver dot find. So here there are find elements, right? So find element returns a single element, okay, but here what, there will be two elements. Okay, so find element no use for us because we don't have any unique specific element identifier. So we need this one, this find elements, and it says find all elements within the current page using the given mechanism. Okay, so that's why I will use, and this returns a list. What I was saying, list can contain multiple set of data. Okay, okay, so we'll use this one, find elements by XPath, right? And XPath expression was this one, right? Okay. All right. We don't have to do anything, but this returns, as I said, elements, number of elements. To handle that, what we have to do, we have to create a list. Okay, this way. List is a collection in Java. We can discuss later. And this says generate, means what kind of list you want. So I want a specifically web element because this one returns, this expression returns a number of web elements, this statement. Okay, now if I do this way, like now this is the list name, we have elm, element sort forms, I said, and then we have to set get. Okay, so we are saying index number, I will say like get the first one, second one, and these are list properties. Okay, so if I say here 0 and dot click, okay, so what it will do, it will go and check the first checkbox. Okay, so let us run this quickly. So now we have 3 tests. Okay, so it will run 3 times, means our test will run 3 times. So first one, it went to login page. Then let's see what it does. So it will one by one, it will open all 3 tests. So it was so fast we cannot see. Let me, I think, okay. So we were not able to see like what it does, right? So what I can say, let's run it again. I'm not quitting this driver this time. So browser will be open for us and we can see what is happening. So here you see each test is opening a new browser because we wrote the test that way. See, it went to this page. If I minimize this and check the first checkbox, second is already checked, right? So it checked. So that way it was working. So sometimes what happens, we need to verify from our side, okay? Like if element is checked, then go and uh, first verify that element is selected or not. If not, then go and check, okay? So in those cases, what we do, we say like, first return me the true or false. So there is a selected one method is there, okay? So suppose selected something I wrote this way, and element dot get 0 the same way. And if you see here properties, there are different properties. So if you want to make sure that it is properties the checkbox is enabled to check, okay? Sometimes we based on some certain conditions it become enable or disable. So these are some method will be helpful there, okay? So these are some this like is displayed, is enabled, is selected, returns boolean values true or false. Boolean means we're talking about the true and false. So there's some method we can utilize here. So suppose currently I want to utilize this is selected. So it says like if checkbox is selected, it will return true. If not selected, it will return false. Okay. So and then I can write a if else condition, okay, and say like if checkbox suppose is return true, so I would say not, this exclamation marks is a not, okay. Then go and select this, okay. So I'll move this one. So this is always good practice. If you want to check first uh, what is the status of your checkbox, it is selected or not, and then based on condition, if it is not selected, then you can go and select. So why I made this not, suppose this return is selected false, but if only works if this condition is true, then it will go inside this, right? So that's why I said, okay, not of this is false, is will be true, then it will go and click the element, right? So other way to handle a checkbox. And it is better always try to first check it is selected or not and then go select element or click element. Okay, any question on this checkboxes?
Manoj, we provided if condition right here.
Yeah.
after we are getting from boolean statement whether it is
Hmm.
a true or false.
Hmm.
So if it is true, then only it is going to this one. So do we need to provide else here or not required?
Yeah. See, if you want to provide like this way, like if we are not sure like what will be this, I did in one statement, but you can do like else, then you can write like click. Okay. So this way also we can do. If it
Okay.
is false, then it will go else condition. It will make
Hmm.
it click checked. If it is true, then it will only go in this statement and check the checkbox. So
Okay, so
both.
directly, I mean, instead of doing else, we are directly saying there itself.
It's not kind of else condition we are saying, but we are saying
Hmm.
like based on, see, if it is selected, then no purpose of selecting again, right?
Select. Hmm.
It will
Yes.
uncheck that checkbox. So in that case, it will skip this statement.
Yeah.
If not selected, then we are saying okay, then it will return select as a false. Okay, and then here we are
Hmm.
doing not of that, so not of false will be true, then it will go and select the checkbox. So that condition we are
Okay.
checking in a two lines.
Sure. Yeah.
All right, so let us move to next, and okay, maybe this I can write here above the, that will be better to visual will be better, I guess. Okay, so and the test I want to write about the date picker. Okay, so let me date picker. There is another URL. Okay, which I think I will give. You can suppose add practice form. You can as a homework also. Mm, okay, this form. So if you go, we talked about checkboxes. Radio button, we'll see it's very similar to like any other elements clicking. Then we saw this checkbox says drop downs. Date picker is another thing. Okay, so sometimes what we can do here, we can enter directly. So this, if I enter something like month, zero, in the same given format, okay, that's it, right? So I can directly enter this date here into the date picker. Sometimes there will be calendar, so that we have to handle differently. But it is uh, asking, we can enter directly also, or we can go and select. So let us see how we can enter here. It's very similar like how we uh, utilize any text box. Okay, so let us write new test public void um, select, or I can say handle date picker. Okay, so first we need to navigate to this form. Okay, but okay, leave it. I will just write the code here. Okay, so what you can do, suppose first you need to identify this, inspect this element, and you see here the input type is text form control ID. So we have ID. So let me copy this, and it's, I can write this way: find element by ID. Okay, and once it is find, okay, I can either both ways we can do, like send keys how we did for the other. Okay, and here I can in the same format month, date, year, and it will enter. Okay, so there's uh, let me tell you, like there are two ways. If you observe, we write sometimes like this. Okay. And then we go and do send keys and 0605 2020, right? So either way we can write. Okay. So you can write this way for any element, for the click element, for enter text element, or anything. Because this statement find element returns a web element. So you can write this way, then you can perform the operation, or you can write in the single line, right? So don't confuse if you see this statement like this way or the first one, right?
Mm. Manoj, usually what is the best practice, Manoj? Either the first one or second one?
Uh, Depending on like how anyone prefers. Okay. So
Okay.
yeah, generally this is more clear like what we are doing. So yeah, I utilize
Okay.
this one. Yeah, but not always. It's depends. Okay. So either way is right. Either there is nothing like it is wrong, right or wrong. Okay.
Yeah.
So because this is a different form, I'm not going to execute this, but I can mark this as a, okay, leave it. I will not mark as a test because it will fail because it has to navigate on the other browser. We can do quickly if we want, but other just will fail. Okay, but this will be work like this. Okay, so this was how it's very simple about this simple date picker. Okay, let's go back, and the another thing what I wanted to talk is very important, and this JavaScript alerts. Okay, so let us write. First, we are going to this link. So I'll copy this link text. Okay, and write me. This is very important question of interviews as well. How we handle alert. Okay, and this one I'll say test. Okay, so let us talk about what is alert first. Okay, so JavaScript alerts is a pop-up window when you see when you click something, like if I go to this page, okay, and I click here, this is the JavaScript alert. Okay, and this blocks us for doing anything on the page. So if it is open, I cannot click anywhere on the web page. It says first handle this alert, then you can go and uh, perform any action on the web page. Okay, so this is JavaScript. Okay, it is coming from this, whatever the JavaScript has been implemented on this page. Okay, that's sending me alert. Okay, so can we identify through what we were doing? No, if you right click, nothing will happen. I'm just right clicking on this, nothing is happening. And I press F12, and let's see if I can identify. It is not doing anything. Okay, see, and it is not letting me to identify any other element on the page. Okay, so to handle this uh, JavaScript alerts, WebDriver has provided the interface. Okay, so to handle alert, WebDriver has provided an interface. We'll talk about what is interface in Java classes, but interface is just understand like just remember a name. Okay, because I don't want to confuse you guys right away. So there's an interface called alert which handles this. Okay, and okay, so we'll utilize this alert interface to handle this, and we'll see like what are the methods available. Okay, so let us see. First, we need to go to this page by link text, right? So first I need to click here, and then let me go back to this page. Now, after clicking OK, I can see all these things, right? Now, I need to. Okay, this is also a link, yeah. Okay, this is sorry, this is a button on click JavaScript Alert. You see, this is JavaScript. So this is a button with this text. So there is no locator which I can identify directly this. Okay. So suppose the text is there, right? This click for JavaScript Alert for button. So let us see if I can write one XPath. And I think while writing XPath, we have discussed about it. To identify through text, whatever the text is available for this locator. So it is, what is the tag? It is tag button. Okay. And if you type this button, there are 3 buttons on this page, right? So let us utilize this text one. Okay. And it is click for JS alert, right? So using this XPath text function, we are saying if it is text of this button is click for JS alert, identify this for me. So now you see here one element is identified, and uniquely we have identified this using this XPath text function. This is the text function in XPath, right? So similar way, I can identify other buttons here as well with the text. Then I have to click. So let's see if I ever find element by XPath dot click. So this we have to click. Then the alert will appear, right? Okay, now we have to see like once an alert is there on the page, what we have to do. Okay, so as I said, we need to use this interface called alert. Okay, and sample alert, I can say. This one we need to import. So if you mouse over, it is import from Selenium, right? So let us import this. So first what we have to do, okay, first we have to switch to alert driver. There is a switch method. Okay, so what it does switch, it switch to the current window. Okay, so send future commands to a different frame or window. So here there is a parent window, the browser parent. Browser is our parent, right? When we click that button, a new alert is opened, right? So here you see alert, target locator. Why target locator? Element, sorry, alert, active element, default content. So here alert will be from the parent of the browser, we want to switch to the alert. So I can select alert. Okay, then to come back to the the parent page, again you need to switch to default content. Okay, so first let us go to alert. Okay, and then handle it. Okay, so suppose sample alert dot. Now you see different method it provide us. Okay, except just click OK. Dismiss, sometimes we have okay and cancel. Okay, so cancel we need to say dismiss. Okay, if you want to get some text from the what is the text of this message, right, that also require, so you need to do get text. So first let's see like what the text is it returns, right? And this one I can store in a some variable called alert text, right? And then I can print this on console. So shortcut to system out.println is right CSO and press control spacebar. And then I can write alert text is alert text dot, sorry, already we have text. Okay, so this way we can print on console. And then what we have to do, we have to accept, right? So I can say sample alert dot accept. So it means we are clicking OK. So once you're done, you have to come back to the default content, and then you have to perform any other operation on the browser. So for that, driver dot switch to default content, right? Okay, so let me run quickly. Then you can ask me if you have any question. First, what happened? Okay, checkbox one. So we have multiple. um it did not click the, right? What was the problem? Mm, where is console? Yeah.
But we didn't provided the form URL, right, Manoj?
No, it is on the same the no such element. Okay. I'm not clicking actually. That's why I did not click. Okay. Let me. Uh, okay. Let me remove this tags annotations. Okay. And there are way like how to run only one TestNG test, but we'll cover in the when we start working on the TestNG. Okay, for now I want to say only this test is there in this. Okay, so it will go and open this JavaScript alert page. Okay, so see how quickly it was, but you see that it clicked, then it clicked OK. The alert interface, which method it says, like it clicked OK and then come back to the default content. Okay, so if you click here, it will give OK and cancel. So OK, it the method is accept, alert x dot accept. For cancel, it is dismiss. Okay, sometimes you have to enter text here, right? So there's a send keys also. So dot send keys, whatever send you want to write here, that you can also do. Okay, so all those is provided by this alert interface, and that we can utilize. But remember that first we have to switch to the alert. Okay, once you done with the handling the alert, you have to switch to the back to the parent. browser default content. So this need to remember.